morning, I'm Abhiday Shrestha, and these are the headlines for this hour. Government endorses administrative mechanism confining most of the staff at the center, provincial and local governments devoid of their constitutional rights. Government task force advises cancellation of technical education programs with CTEVT, cites financial irregularities. Turkey says Saudi journalist Jamal Khashoggi was killed after being immediately strangled at the Saudi consulate in Istanbul. And Barcelona defeats Cultural Leonesa 1-0, and Real Madrid thrashes UD Melilla 4-0 at the Copa del Rey. Doctors attending the treatment of Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli have said that the Premier's health condition has significantly improved. The hospital informed that the Prime Minister has started regular meetings with visitors following a notable recovery. The doctors said that although the Prime Minister has recovered from chest infection and fever, he would need some rest at the hospital for a few more days. Prime Minister Oli was admitted at the Manmohan Cardiothoracic Vascular and Transplant Center in Maharajganj on Monday following respiratory ailment. The government has sanctioned an administrative mechanism confining more than 50% of civil servants to the center, although a major responsibility of development and service delivery lies on the provincial and local governments. The government has endorsed the provision that would maintain many unnecessary divisions and departments at the center itself. As the provision allows more than half of the government employees to remain at the center, this would prevent the provincial and local authorities from exercising their rights bestowed by the Constitution. The government has posted altogether 125,000 staff at the federal, provincial, and local levels. Among them, as many as 46,000 would remain at the center. As per the endorsed mechanism, a significant number of senior and junior level staff will have a leeway of not getting appointed at the lower levels. As 21,400 staff are allocated for the provincial governments, each province will have an average of only 3,000 staff. Many entities, including divisions and departments, are to be accountable to the central government, due to which the provincial and local governments will hardly be getting any support from them. The high-ranking officials have made such a provision endorsed from their political associates so as to prevent themselves from working at the lower or rural levels. The decision has been made despite the General Administration Ministry's proposal not to maintain more than 30 government departments at the center. Experts have warned that the administrative mechanism endorsed by the Cabinet would stifle the national objective of effective implementation of federalism. We'll take a short break here. We have more news coming up. Welcome back. A government task force has advised to cancel affiliation of programs related to technical education with the Council for Technical Education and Vocational Training, CTEVT. The task force, formed to make suggestions on policy and organizational structure relating to technical and professional education and training, made the suggestion yesterday. The task force stated that it made the advice due to increased financial irregularities during affiliation, leading to the decline in technical and vocational education provided by the CTEVT. More than 800 institutions of agriculture, health, engineering, among others, are affiliated to CTEVT. However, the education at these institutions is out of the reach for the poor due to high expenses. The overall quality of vocational trainings provided by CTEVT have been declining, the council being inclined towards mere affiliation rather than proper regulation. The government task force has advised to stop the affiliation on the very basis. Meanwhile, the task force has also advised the government to ensure free technical and professional trainings up to grade 8. Every new education minister forming a task force and accepting its report has become a common practice. The reports, however, are almost always confined to paper, far from being implemented. We have more news coming up, but right now it's time for another short break. Welcome back. The government announced Arjundhara Municipality, Mechi Nagar Municipality and Buddha Shanti Rural Municipality as betel nut zones, which has spread excitement among the betel nut farmers. The farmers used to sell the nuts at minimum possible prices. However, the farmers are recently expecting increment in the price of their produce. In this context, we had asked the local farmers what problems have they been facing in betel nut farming. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
Public voice.
सुपारीको रोगकीराहरूको समस्या अनि सुपारीको सिँचाइको समस्या
सुपारी खेती सम्बन्धी अलिकति बढी प्राविधिक ज्ञान भएको कोही पनि हामीले प्राप्त गर्न सकेनौं।
प्रशोधन गर्ने सामग्रीहरू हामीलाई भएदेखि हामी पर्याप्त रूपमा यहाँ सुपारी घर-घरमा उत्पादन गर्न सक्ने थियौं।
सुपारीको चाहिँ त्यस्तो उचित मूल्य पाइएको छैन।
सुपारी खेती लगाउँदाखेरि एउटा सहुलियत रेटमा चाहिँ ऋण अनुदान दिनु पर्यो।
मल खाद कति मात्रामा पुर्याएर नर्सरी कुन हिसाबले राख्दाखेरि त्यो बिरुवा चाहिँ स्वच्छ हुन्छ भन्ने कुराहरू चाहिँ हामीलाई त्यो कुनै पनि सङ्घ संस्थाहरूदेखि लिएर सरकारको माध्यमबाट हामीले त्यो पाएका छैनौँ।
दुई नम्बरी व्यापारीहरूले व्यापार गरेकाले गर्दा हो कि किसानले भाउ पनि पाएका छैनन्, यतापट्टि तपाईको सरकारले राजस्व पनि पाएको छैन।
पनि हामीले सोचे जति आम्दानी सुपारी फलाउन सकिरहेका छैनौं र भएको फलेको सुपारीलाई पनि हामीले अब उचित मूल्यमा बेच्न पाइरहेका छैनौं।
It's time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
And here's the question: why are the postings of government staff confined to the center even after the implementation of federalism? Your options are A, centralized mentality, B, ploy of senior administrators, and C, effect of political transition. The voting is on. Type in EWS, select your option A, B, or C, and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. And it's time now for sports news.
Sports news.
Barcelona needed an injury-time winner from Clément Lenglet to edge past third division side Cultural Leonesa. The last 32 match played last night looked set to be a goalless draw, but French defender Lenglet headed home his first Barca goal. Barca, winners of the Cup for the last 4 seasons, saw midfielder Sergi Samper limp off in the first half. The second leg takes place at Nou Camp on 5th of December. In another match played last night, Santiago Solari began his interim spell in charge of Real Madrid with a comfortable 4-0 first leg victory over UD Melilla. Solari was appointed to replace Julen Lopetegui, who was sacked on Monday after only 14 games. Karim Benzema, Marco Asensio, Alvaro Odriozola and Cristo Gonzalez were on the score sheet for the La Liga side. The second leg match will be played at Real Madrid's Santiago Bernabeu on 5th of December. Pakistan defeated New Zealand by 2 runs and has taken a 1-0 lead in the 3-match T20 series. In the match played at the Sheikh Zayed Stadium in Abu Dhabi last night, Pakistan won the toss and chose to bat first. Pakistan posted a total of 148 runs in the stipulated 20 overs, losing 6 wickets. Mohammad Hafiz, with his 45-run knock off 36 balls, was the top scorer for Pakistan. Skipper Sarfraz Ahmed also contributed 34 runs off 26 balls, and Asif Ali scored 24 off 21 balls. Adam Milne, who claimed 2 wickets, was the top wicket taker for New Zealand. Chasing a target of 148 runs for victory, New Zealand managed to score 146 runs in the allotted 20 overs with the loss of 6 wickets and lost the match by just 2 runs. Hassan Ali was the most successful Pakistani bowler with his 3-wicket haul. Colin Munro, who smashed 58 runs off 42 balls, was the top scorer for New Zealand, while Ross Taylor was not out on 42 off 26 balls. After 3 losses at the Pokhara Premier League, Biratnagar Titans have registered their first win, defeating Butwal Blasters by 12 runs. After winning the toss in yesterday's second match played at the Pokhara Stadium, Biratnagar Titans chose to bat first and posted a total of 140 runs in the stipulated 20 overs, losing 7 wickets. Opener Muhammad Zaid Alam and Pradeep Airi put on a third-wicket partnership of 67 runs to give Biratnagar a respectable total. Alam smashed 72 runs off 45 balls, while Airi chipped in 41 runs. Apart from them, none of the other Biratnagar batsmen reached double figures. Lalit Bhandari, who claimed 2 wickets, was the top wicket taker for Butwal. In reply, Butwal Blasters were able to score only 128 runs in the allotted 20 overs, losing 8 wickets. Butwal were under pressure from the beginning of their innings after losing the wickets of Shirag Suri and Rohan Mustafa when only 15 runs were on the board. Bhim Sarki scored half a century from 42 balls. Sarki's 50 included 1 6 and 4 fours. Likewise, Sagarpun contributed 29 runs while Shankar Rana made 23. Skipper Sandeep Lamichhane and Kishore Mahato claimed 2 wickets each in Biratnagar's win. In the last over of the match, Butwal needed 13 runs for victory, but Kishore Mahato bowled a wicket maiden to give Biratnagar their first win of the tournament. Meanwhile, in yesterday's first match under the Pokhara Premier League, Chitwan Rhinos thrashed Dhangari Blues by a huge margin of 126 runs. In the match played at the Pokhara Stadium, Dhangari won the toss and invited Chitwan to bat first. Chitwan Rhinos batted well and posted an impressive total of 193 runs in the allotted 20 overs, losing 5 wickets. Openers Hari Shankar Shah and Anil Shah laid the foundation for Chitwan's huge score with an impressive opening partnership of 101 runs. Hari Shankar scored 53 runs off 33 balls with the help of 3 sixes and 6 fours, while Anil Shah contributed 37 runs. Sunny Patel was not out on 26, Smith Patel chipped in 24 runs, and skipper Paras Kharka smashed 19 runs off 9 balls. Bowlers Dipendra Singh Airi, Yogendra Karki, Manjit Shrestha and Dan Lawrence all claimed a wicket each for Dhangari. Chasing a stiff target of 194 runs for victory, Dhangari were bowled out after scoring just 67 runs in 16.2 overs and lost the match by a huge margin of 126 runs. Sunny Patel, who grabbed 4 wickets, was the pick of the bowlers for Chitwan. Peter Trego, who scored 27 runs off 21 balls, was the top scorer for Dhangari, while Yogendra Karki contributed 17 runs. The rest of the Dhangari batsmen failed to reach double figures. And before wrapping up, here's a look at the top stories once again. Government endorses administrative mechanism confining most of the staff at the center, provincial and local governments devoid of their constitutional rights. Government task force advises cancellation of technical education programs with CTEBT, cites financial irregularities. Turkey says Saudi journalist Jamal Khashoggi was choked to death immediately after entering the Saudi consulate in Istanbul. And Barcelona defeats Cultural Leonesa 1-0 and Real Madrid thrashes UD Melilla 4-0 at the Copa del Rey. And that's all for the moment. Our next English bulletin will air at 11 this morning. Keep watching Kantipur Television HD for more news and entertainment. Thank you for watching. Have a good morning.